That's a good segue into the last part of that, which is how you're the person that's qualified to do it, especially in light of what you just said, success. When you were the head at the Boys and Girls Club, you had an economic crisis under your watch. When that story got covered, you kind of threw your executive director under the bus. A mayor is a person that takes responsibility. So let's hear the story about that.
So what happened there, look, I was on that board for 9 years, okay? And I was president from October 2015 to June 2016, okay? And right as I left, right around that time in June when I left, we had an amazing record-breaking golf tournament. During my tenure, we brought in computer labs, we did all this kind of stuff, and it was fantastic. And I left, I had no other contact with the club. I had no other contact with the club. I left the club ready for success. The issue at the end of the year, when I found out what happened, was, man, we're a nonprofit. We lost 2 foundations dried up of $100,000 a piece. We had a signature event at the end of the year that was supposed to bring in $75,000. It's my understanding it brought in about 30. Okay, they missed payroll at the end of the week, at the end of December, and it was made up. It was made up. You know, that's the other part that wasn't covered. But the thing is that
well, I mean, respectfully,
yeah,
people not having their paychecks is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Sure, you pay them back eventually, sure, but not having your paycheck's a big deal. For folks that live paycheck to paycheck, when you're living paycheck to paycheck and that paycheck isn't at the end of the rainbow, it's a crisis for those folks.
And unfortunately, what happened there is, you know, the CEO got fired, the CFO got fired, the president that replaced me, you know, decided to step down as well, and it was a very difficult situation. And the issue is that you have a Boys and Girls Club. You have two clubs, okay? You have the Boys and Girls Club of El Paso, which is an autonomous organization, and you have the Boys and Girls Club Foundation, which has hundreds of thousands of dollars in their coffers. They raise money in the name of the Boys and Girls Club, and ever since what happened with that woman 9 years ago, it's always been an adversarial relationship. And the Boys and Girls Club, there's always been a relationship where we're not allowed to ask certain donors for their money, but the foundation is, and we don't have access to that money. That was an issue for many, many years. And look, finally, when this happened at the end of the year, I think it brought a lot of light to the situation with nonprofits here in El Paso. And the problem with nonprofits here in El Paso is there's a lot of nonprofits, not enough philanthropists. We keep hitting up the same people, and that's a problem. And we need prosperity. Because unfortunately, and ultimately, no one cares about the kids. No one cares about the kids. No one cares about the kids. Like, these hits, we serve, we're in the poorest neighborhoods, absolutely the poorest neighborhoods. We expanded services. We kept people safe after school. And unfortunately, this became, and I said it, it's a political hit. When you have people on the foundation that are donors to my opponent, and they come out into these targeted hits, ultimately the people that are hurt are the kids, and that really is unfortunate.
So let's try